Good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. We're just going to wait a couple more minutes to see one or two people are logging in. So give us about 30 seconds or so, and then we will start. Thank you. Okay, great. So it looks like pretty much everybody's here. Whoever didn't log in now, well, I'm sure will eventually log in. So good day to everybody. Welcome to today's webinar, which is Alfatron UC Solutions, presented by myself, Spencer Thomas. And on the panel is Mr. van Rensburg. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that that you want to post in the meantime, we can answer you as much as we can. We'd like to just start off by saying thank you for joining us today. We will be recording this session, so that means if you did miss something, if you want to go back, rewatch it, you're more than welcome to go and look at the recording, which should be available within today sometime after the webinar has completed. And at the same time, you can also share the webinar with work colleagues that have missed it, could not join, or anything like that, which is a nice thing that it is possible for you guys to do. Another thing is, can we also mention, please, that at this point in time, and I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of webinars where people have mentioned this in the beginning, internet issues, audio issues, lag, logging out, logging in, all that kind of stuff, sort of out of our control. Internet usage is on a high level at this point in time. During the lockdown, I know that it's stage 4 now, but there's still a lot of people still at home, working from home, all those kind of things. And we'd like to just sort of give our apologies from our side if there's any issues with audio or anything like that. If you do have any, just please note it on the questions bar, because then we'll all see it and we can try and sort you guys out pretty much immediately. The other part about it is that at the end we'll have a quick short questionnaire of products, any questions that you guys have. If we do not answer your questions in this webinar, please just get hold of us either on solutions@alphatech mail or services@alphatech, or you can just get hold of your local rep, depending on where you are in the country. You can just get hold of your local representative and they can also help you out with any questions and answers. So we'll start the presentation. So the first thing is, where do we fit as an Alfatron product, as an Alfatron UC solutions type thing? I think it's a little bit important that we just need to make sure that we know and understand and choose the right device for the right application and the right room to a certain extent. So here we can see where Alfatron fits into UC space. Firstly, we have the smallest space, as we all know, called the huddle room. Just get my pointer over here. So there's a huddle room there, little room, not very big, probably four seats maximum. A lot of our products that we're going to discuss today will fit into that room. And from there, we can also provide products going into any other size rooms, so small, medium, or large. And then on top of it, we can also do, or not forgetting, the home offices. So there's a nice picture of a home office. This is our sales manager. So he's kitted up nicely there with a little Cam 100, set of headphones, and he can join us on all our VC calls and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, I do apologize. So it seems like the slides have not been moving. Okay, so there we go. There's the rooms, different size rooms, from a small huddle room space right through to large meeting rooms, and then home office spaces as well. We've got products that will allow you to do all of that as well. I just have one small issue here quickly. I can't get my laser away. There we go. Okay. So let's not forget the office space at home. A lot of these office spaces at home are made for, let's say, general managers, sales managers, operations managers, CEOs, MDs, which have office space at their house. A lot of them are still at home, working from home. There's a lot of the units that we have today that can fit into those office or home offices. And then also just for the standard staff that's at home as well, that's also needing to log in to video conference calls with their officers or with other staff in their company. So firstly, we're going to talk about displays. So we have interactive displays. We've got quite a few different interactive displays. You'll see here the warranty on these displays of 5 years. This is the only product in the range of Alfatron that is not 7 years. Every other product that we have is a 7-year warranty. This screen is a 5-year warranty. Our displays come with both Windows and Android built in already. There's no need to buy a separate form factor PC or a Nook PC or anything like that to add it into the touchscreen. The touchscreen is a 40-point touch. The Alfatron whiteboard software that comes already loaded on the screen is a 20-point touch. You'll see there on screen is the Windows system, the Windows systems. So there's a CPU. You can do a Core i5, or below that you can request a Core i7. Both of them will be 8 gig RAM with maximum of 32 gigs, and you can, which we never added on here, sorry about that, but you can do a solid state, so SSD hard drive 256 or 512. The sizes you can see there, they come in a 65-inch, a 75-inch, and an 86-inch. The Android system, you can also see there is Android version 6.0 at the moment, with the Cortex A53 quad core for the GPU, some nice RAM there. And the new screens that will be coming out sometime in this year will be with an updated Android version 8.0 as well, which is nice to have. I just want to mention also that we have supplied every screen that will come to you once purchased, has been set up with Windows 10, with the Windows 10 license. You do not need to purchase a license. Basically, you need to just switch it on, so kind of plug and play, switch it on, set up, put in your own systems on it, Zoom, Skype, whatever. It doesn't really matter what you want to use on the screen, and it is fully capable of doing all of that. Something else to mention is that when you purchase the screens, they pretty much come as a small little kit at the moment. So if you're purchasing the 65-inch, it comes free with a Cam 100 and an Alfatron surge protector in the box. If you buy this for an educational purpose, and you can prove it obviously by quotation or invoice to the client, you will then be able to do a Cam 101 or a video bar of your, either one. It's the choice of you or your client. The 75-inch comes standard with a CMW 101 or a video bar, which we'll show you just now. And then the 86-inch also comes with either a Cam 101 or a video bar. If you need any little bit more information, please just speak to your local rep, and they can give you pricing on the packages, let you know what it all is all about. Okay, so moving on to VC cameras. So our first up is what we call a Cam 100. This is an HD camera, 1080p, 120-degree fixed focal wide angled lens. We didn't spell focal correctly there, apologies. Product features is intelligent hanging mode, which automatically detects if the camera is mounted upside down or right side up and adjusts the image accordingly. So the kind of slang for that is almost a flip feature in a way. So that means that if you put the camera upside down, it will automatically flip the image so that the image is correct and it will be not upside down. Again, it says there 1080p HD camera with 120-degree wide angle or shooting angle, and it's mechanically adjustable. So if you see the picture there, the bottom of the camera is a foot with some rubber feet around it with a small flap that it can allow you to hook that onto a screen or a monitor or anything like that. You'll see, if we go back very quickly, you can see the picture with Johan. So one more, yeah, one more, come on. There we go. If you see Johan over there, you can see the Cam 101. So Cam 101, 102, and the 100 all come with that feature that you can hook it onto a monitor. So this is very nice. So it can hook onto a small monitor. So you can see that it's quite a small monitor, all right up through to the big monitors that that we sell. So right up through to the 86-inch for that matter. Okay. So that was Cam 100. Then we go to what we call a CMW 101. So that means one camera, one microphone pod. The features is 1080p video again, 120-degree shooting angle. So basically all the cameras that we have in this range, so Cam 100, Cam 101, 102, and the video bar are all 120-degree fixed angle cameras with 1080p video. They're all exactly the same lens at the end of the day. The mechanical adjustments on these lenses, if you can see there, it goes from minus 30 degrees to 30 degrees vertically and 150 to 150 horizontally, enabling a flexible shooting angle. On the network side or network video side, the Cam 100 does exactly the same supporting structures. It supports any video meeting software or soft codec, Skype, Zoom, GoToMeetings, GoToWebinar, Teams, and to name a couple more. There's a lot out there. It is fully compatible with all of that, which is quite a nice thing to have. You don't have to do any setup or anything like that. You can see that ease of operation is there's no driver needed. It's literally a plug and play device. The common clip is suitable for most or multiple different size screens, which is a nice feature. If you go to the audio side of it, is 360-degree microphone cover. It's got acoustic echo cancelling. It's full duplex and dynamic noise reduction. So duplex, we can just explain a little bit. I wouldn't say that this is the exact, so don't quote me on this. So it just means that you can have a full two-way simultaneous communication between both parties on a video or teleconference call. So it's quite simple. That just means that from the far side and the near side, you guys can both see each other and hear each other at the same time. That is the Cam 101. Again, 7-year warranty, please, guys. Just remember that 7-year warranty on these guys. We go to the next guy, which is the Cam 102. Again, same features, 1080p, 120 degrees. Mechanical lens is doing the same shifting. The biggest part about this guy is that there is two microphones, two mic speaker pods, if you can say it like that. So it's still a 360-degree coverage with the acoustic echo cancelling, full duplex. What the nice feature of this is, because you have two mic speaker pods, you can call it a mix minus in a way, so that what happens is, if you have two of those inside a boardroom, when I'm speaking on one and the other one is further up in the room, that speaker will activate, this speaker will not, this microphone will be activated, that microphone will be not. So it's a mix minus type of thing, just to make sure that I think it's a echo or whatever the case is not going to happen from the far side. Again, no driver needed, it's plug and play. Again, multiple screens and a portable speaker with built-in microphone. Both of these systems have the portable speaker with the microphone. There's a USB cable that is sold or comes in the box with the power supply that allows you to power up and charge the pod or the speaker pod. The speaker pod will last roughly between 6 to 8 hours in terms of talk time, and it is a wireless communication from the camera to the speaker mic pod. So it's not Bluetooth communication or anything like that. It's 2.4 gig wireless communication from the camera, which is USB 2 plugged into your PC. As soon as you plug it in, the camera will power up. There's a 2.4 wireless board inside the camera that will then speak wirelessly through to the mic pod, and they already are paired from factory. You don't do any pairing, you don't need to set it up or anything like that, plug and play. The other thing is that we need to mention, which I see we did not mention unfortunately on the slide itself, is that you have about a 3 meter, roughly about a 3 meter distance in terms of talking distance from the microphones, speaker microphone pods on any of them. So 101, 102, and the next unit, which is the video bar, which we're going to have a look at right now. So this is the ALF surround bar USB 2C. So this is a USB unit that plugs straight into your PC. It does require a power supply, which comes in the box, and it's a USB to USB-C cable. So that obviously gives you a little bit more speed and functionality from the camera unit through to your PC. If you have a look on the unit, you'll see that on the left-hand side is the speakers. So there's two little 5-watt speakers built into there. And on the right-hand side is, I think if I'm not mistaken, sorry, is 4 microphones on the right-hand side. And then the camera in the middle, which is a mechanical angled camera. You can see it's got a nice big bracket, which again has little rubber feet on it. So I use this in lockdown. At this point in time, we've got some of us that are allowed to come back to the offices. So we're at the office at the moment, and I use this camera at home in my home office. I've got a 32-inch on the wall. I hooked this onto my 32-inch. Everybody that saw and heard me was very happy with it. I was happy with the angle of the camera. I was happy with the way that it can hook onto the back of the TV, onto the top of the TV. The nice thing is with this is that back plate over there can actually swing up It's to what, 90 degrees, and you can actually mount that plate directly onto the wall, underneath the screen if need be, or on top of it if you really need to. You'll see here the difference with this guy compared to the other ones is the 180-degree microphone coverage. Obviously, will not be 360 degrees because it's normally against the wall, showing towards the boardroom or the meeting space. Dynamic range, built-in 5-watt speakers. Again, no driver needed, USB plug and play, really simple to set up. This is pretty much an end user product immediately out of the box. It's just, you take it out, you plug it in, and you go for it. So then we're going to go to a little bit more bigger type cameras. So those 3 or 4 cameras, those were towards a huddle room space or a small meeting room, possibly a medium-sized meeting room. Whereas this camera, which is your 5X, this starts from, again, possibly small meeting rooms, depending on what the client wants. So small, medium, or then large meeting room space. The other 4 cameras that we did do is also made for home, obviously home office space. These guys I don't think will be home office space unless the guy has a really, really great big man cave office, and we can get people in there. One of these nice cameras, it's a 5X, full HD, 1080p, 60 frames per second. The camera is suitable for medium to large size meeting rooms, boardrooms, and conference venues. You can put it into a smaller size room. So like our boardroom is kind of a mix between a small to medium sized boardroom, and we have a 5X in here, and it works perfectly in terms of the degrees and the angles and all that kind of stuff. It does really fit quite well. It has what they call manual image flip option for the ceiling mounting of the unit. So you would go into the camera itself via the remote control, and you would then tell it to flip or invert so that you can ceiling mount the unit. There's a ceiling mount bracket that comes inside the box, and it is capable to be mounted obviously upside down on the ceiling. Compatible with all the video meeting softwares such as Skype, Teams, Zoom, GoToWebinar, GoToMeeting, you name it. It can be integrated into all of those. Connections are USB 3, HDMI, there is RS-232 connection on the unit, and there's a LAN connection as well. So this guy can do a bit of RTP streaming. We did test it over the holidays. It works quite well, so you can set up your Facebook or YouTube channel or whatever it is that you really want to stream. A lot of churches are doing at this point in time, where they're setting up YouTube or Facebook channels where they're streaming their sessions live, because obviously a lot of people are still at home and cannot get to church. And it includes, like I said, the mounting bracket and the IR remote control. So the mounting bracket is purely for when you want to mount it onto the ceiling. Other than that, it will stand on a desk or a table. And within our product range, we do have camera mount brackets as well. So small, medium, and large camera mount brackets. That is 5X. We have a 10X version of this as well. So Alfatron 10X or ALF 10X-cam, 1080p, 60 frames per second as well. This is also for medium. So this is where it's going to start doing medium to large size boardrooms, not necessarily the small, medium, and large. Boardrooms, conference areas, meeting rooms. Again, has the manual image flip option inside the menu, so that you can obviously flip the unit and put it on the ceiling. Comes with the mount bracket. Same USB 3, HDMI, RS-232, and LAN. The RS-232 has got the codes for RS-232 functions, Pelco D functionality on it as well for the coding. 7-year warranty on this, guys, as well. Please just note that for future reference. Just give me a couple of seconds. I just want to have a look here. Sorry, somebody sent me a question on mail, not on the actual webinar. Okay, but anyway, we'll get to that. I don't know why they did that. So this one is LF10X-U2. This is probably out of the three bigger cameras. This is one of the ones that we've sold the most at this point in time. This is USB 2. Please note that the other two are USB 3. USB 2, as we all know, is a lot easier to extend. That's maybe why this one has been sold a little bit more than the other. In terms of picture quality, the only difference is this is 30 frames per second, the others are 60 frames per second. Same 10 times zoom, and again made for medium to large size boardrooms, conference areas. It's compatible with any type of meeting software. It's got USB 2.0, RS-232, and RS-422 at the back of it as well. You can set up that. If you have a look at the back of the camera there, you'll see it's very small, but you'll see there's 1, 2, and 3. So that actually allows you to do that. If you have 3 of these different cameras inside one area, you can set it up to the remote to control 3 different cameras from one remote control, which is quite nice. So you can select it either as 1, 2, or 3. And on the remote control itself, there's physically 3 buttons at the top, which you can tell it to control each camera individually, instead of controlling one and the other one starts moving the other way around. Includes the mounting bracket for remote control and remote control as well. Manual image flip as well for this guy, but this guy has a small little dip switch underneath. It's not inside the menu. This has a small little dip switch inside or at the bottom of the box, and you'll find that option, or the switch option inside the little manual that comes in the box, that allows you to switch it to flip it to ceiling mount capabilities. Right. So pretty much this is the end. It was a very quick, brief overview of all the products. You can have a look there. We have our new website, which is called alfatronelectronics.com. Please go and have a look on that website. You'll see all the different products. You'll see all these products. There's brochures of it that you guys can upload and send through to your clients. There's manuals there. There's more specs and more specifications than what I've spoken about today, which will help you a lot. This is just a quick overview just to get you guys a little bit of knowledge about what the cameras and who the cameras are and what they do. The Alfatron Training Academy, you'll see that on the website. You'll have, or when you receive your recording email, it'll then push you through to what they call the Alfatron Training Academy, which you can then go and watch any of the recordings of any of the webinars or any of the videos that we will be uploading within the coming couple of weeks. We'll be doing small snippets of each product. We'll be showing you video quality of each product, and we will be giving you a little bit more in-depth information into it, the camera angles and all those kind of things, viewing angles, all that kind of stuff. So last but not least, let's have a look at some questions. I see that Michael is probably pretty much answered every question. We have one question left. Let's have a look quickly. So, what is the Android version capability of the 101, 102? Android capability. So, maybe I'm going to answer your question in the wrong way, but if you have Android, an Android application on any of your devices, interactive devices, and you plug in this camera, it's a USB 2 camera, no driver needed. It's a universal driver, so immediately whatever device you plug it into, it doesn't matter if it's Android or Mac or Windows based, it'll work immediately. There's no driver needed or anything like that. All right, then we have another one. Do you know if the cameras work on Raspberry Pi? Wow, were you listening to us? Who is this? Rashim. You must have been listening to us. So, but basically what we're doing at this point in time is we're actually putting a little system together. We're busy testing it as we speak, with the Raspberry Pi, with some applications on it, so that we can obviously sell it as a small package. So for people that are doing this at home or at work, a small little Raspberry Pi with a camera, mic pod. So we will update you as soon as possible, because we're actually checking it as we speak. I actually saw David walk out of the office this morning with the camera stuff in his hands. So yes, can we use? Sorry, it's a little bit far away. I don't know what that is. Speaker with Alfatron set 1 or 2. Can we use? I don't know what that is. Oh, different speaker. No. So basically, the 101, 102 comes already stock standard set up from the factory. If you have an issue with one of them, we replace the entire set. We do not replace just the one mic pod or speaker pod, or excuse me, the speaker inside it or anything like that. That's it, done and dusted. There is an audio out on the speaker mic, so you can possibly take that audio out and put it into a bigger system if you really want to, but that's about it. Those come as little sets. Again, these are for huddle space, home offices, and small meeting rooms. This is not necessarily meant for big spaces. These guys are small 1080p cameras, fixed frames, 120 degrees, purposely for that small or tight space that allows everybody to be in the picture, rather than everybody kind of squeezing in front of a smaller angled camera. So hopefully that answers your question. Thanks for that note on Android. Got a customer was interested in that. Okay, so Miguel, so cool. Yeah, just give us a shout. I'm not too sure who looks after you, but yeah, give the guys a shout. One thing else that I can mention to you guys is that we are very happy to do on-site demos. So either we come to your offices or we go with you to your clients. I know at this stage it's a little bit difficult. You can't really do it too much. We can do VC calls with you guys. We can do setup so that you guys can do a Zoom call with your client. We can be added into the call. They can see the quality of the picture. They can see they can hear the quality of the audio that's coming through the mic speaker. So this is something that we do. This is all free of charge. There's no charging, no anything like that. All you need to do is book us and say, guys, we need you guys to come and help us with a demo. If you are part of the essential services and you have all the certification and all that, you guys are more than welcome to book the units, come and fetch them, and take them to your clients, show your clients, and then yeah, leave it there, because you're probably going to sell it and you're going to leave it there. And yeah, and that's about it. So I think we can sign it off by saying thank you very much. Thank you for all the questions. And if there's any other questions, please just advise. Again, services at Alpha-Tech or solutions at Alpha-Tech or your local representative, and we will help you as much as possible. So thank you very, very much for the time, and see you soon. Goodbye.